Means I'm gonna be heading on a plane, hopefully pretty soon, and heading out to AT&T, getting back home, see the Cowboys take on the Giants. And be honest with you, scheduled this game early to see, before the season when the schedule came out. Thought it'd be a little bit better. I've never seen the Giants and Cowboys play in all my years, so I thought it'd be a fun game. And yeah, maybe regretting all of this, but I still think, obviously we're gonna have a lot of fun hanging with Cowboys Nation. No matter who you play, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm seeing a lot of things with these Giants. And before I get going, gotta also get a quick shout out to MC for filling in for me on Wednesday. She brought it. Yeah, not loving the Cowboys as much as I do, but it's all right, man. Everyone's got to have opinions, and it makes for great dialogue. But her and Kelly did a great job on Wednesday. So if you missed it, make sure you check it out. But I'll be out in AT&T. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Gonna be hanging with Eugene. Got Cuts by Jones gonna be coming out there. So Mark, the whole crew. So we're gonna have a good time. But anyway, the Giants. So I'm talking to some people. I'm in Denver and talking to different people and saying, man, the Giants is a trap game. And then I'm seeing people talk about a trap game. And man, this better not be no damn trap game. I mean, the Giants are absolutely decimated. They got Danny DeVito, I think, playing quarterback. He ain't done a whole lot. I mean, they're down to their third string. Waller's out. I mean, they run the ball pretty much every time. You know what they're going to do because they want the quarterback to throw. So Cowboys need to just get in there and just stomp them out and just end it. And just it'll be one of those games where fans may not be too happy, don't like the blowouts. I personally enjoy them when I'm there. It's a stress-free environment. Enjoy the game, beat the hell out of them. But the Cowboys don't want to play no games. I mean, you never take an opponent lightly. I mean, they are professionals, but there's no reason this game should even be close. I mean, 17-point favorites that's unheard of in the NFL. Scares me a little bit because I don't like seeing that. But the Cowboys just need to start fast, put them out of their misery. Have a good time, stress-free Sunday for your boy. That way I can fly back on Monday. Actually, I'm flying somewhere else on Monday. It's going to be a crazy week. And then I'll be heading out to Carolina, see the Panthers. I mean, and again, that may be another game where Cowboys obviously should roll, but we'll get into it. But, looking at CD, thinking about things we got, what can the Cowboys, what do you want to see? CD Lamb, obviously, we don't need to see no more. We know what he's all about. I don't even know how people still have this question if he's a number one receiver, whatever they quantify a number one receiver to be. All I know is the dude's a bad man. He's a playmaker, and he's the best receiver on our team, and he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. Make no mistake about it. What I want to see is I got to see this running game. It's still one of those things I'm just not feeling. I'm not feeling so excited about it. I think we got the talent. It's either the scheme or the way they do it. I think Pollard needs to be more outside, get him going, and maybe get Rico in between the tackles more. So curious to see how we do with this running game. That's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Let me know what you guys are keeping an eye on in this game. And then, of course, the defense. I mean, they all should eat. I mean, this is an opportunity to get a lot of sacks, make a lot of plays, get some turnovers, and just have a big defensive showing. So if you got the Cowboys on your fantasy defense team, probably want to make sure you start them. Because I think they're due for a big day. But honestly, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be going down to Texas live. My Hurricanes are playing the Knowles. Probably watching the game with Jay Tuck, who you guys knows a Knoll. So it may get ugly. It may get ugly. I saw Michael Irvin kind of put out a little motivational speech to the Canes to try make your mark, put your stamp on the U. And I've read this would be the biggest upset in the rivalry if Miami were to pull this out. I mean, they're 14-point underdogs, still getting over a little sickness, but I feel a lot better. So don't get me wrong, but still. 14-point underdogs, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. And a rivalry game, it's a ton. So, Florida State's look vulnerable, but then they always seem to kind of pull away. I think Miami can hang with them. I just don't think we have the offensive, especially on the quarterback, pretty much to go. We just turn the ball over way too much at quarterback. I argued with Uncle Cheech. I wouldn't mind seeing them just throw the freshman in, and if you take your licks, you take your licks, but get him ready for next year. Can't get any worse. I mean, at least he wasn't turning the ball over. So we'll see what happens. But definitely looking forward to hanging with Cowboys Nation out at AT&T, hit a little Texas live, watch some college football Saturday, then make the rounds on Sunday. And it's hard. You want to get hyped up about this game, and I get it. I mean, it's a right, it's a divisional game. So you got to win your divisional games. I mean, we beat them 40-0 to open the season. Could it be worse than that? I don't know. I think the Cowboys are going to jump on them. And I hate to say it, I think they may pull it back a little bit. And you may see, the backups in if things get out of hand. I personally just like to see the Cowboys just steamroll them, get it over with. But again, I don't want to hear nothing about no trap game. This isn't a trap game. A trap game to me, could be Seattle. It could be, Washington. Those are teams that are good teams. You should beat them, but if you take them a little lightly, they could come in and surprise you. But I mean, Cowboys pretty much have 4 home games in a row, because the Panther game, I promise you, is going to be a Cowboys home game. So the Cowboys have the opportunity to really get on a run, put those wins in that column, and get ready for the rematch against Philly. And then you look at Philly, we've talked about it. I mean, they've got a tough schedule, tough stretch. So it's an opportunity to kind of close the gap a little bit, and then really make that December run for the Cowboys and the Eagles happen. Now, Dallas, on the flip side, Dallas is going to have to go to Buffalo. They're going to have to go to Miami. The Eagles' schedule gets easier. They didn't even play the Giants yet. And I mean, you look how they are. They still got 2 games against the Giants. So, they don't have a tough schedule. So Dallas really needs to close the gap. And in my opinion, they need to jump a game ahead. And hopefully that'll happen. But you can only control what you can control. And I say, it's great to win your division. It's great to do all this, but all that matters is the playoffs. Dallas is going to be in the playoffs. Philly's going to be in the playoffs. San Francisco's going to be in the playoffs. I mean, those things are known. And it's how are the Cowboys going to perform in the playoffs. You want to get some momentum. You want to get some good juice in there. You want to kind of get going. So that's all that really matters. Is I don't want to say you're going through the motions, but Dallas needs to just stay focused. Don't lose sight of the prize, and just continue to chalk the wins when they can. I personally, we're going to get into it as it gets closer, but I walked away from the Eagles game more confident. I have zero fear playing the Eagles in the playoffs. I think we're going to beat them, and I would say convincingly, Sunday night when we play them. So the only team that still, for some reason, I was talking to a guy last night about it, is the 49ers. For whatever reason, I don't know why it is, the 49ers just seem to have the Cowboys number, and they play up a lot against the Cowboys, because you kind of see them sliding. And they still worry, the fans still worry more about the Cowboys than they do their own team, because they still come at me talking about, oh, we beat you. But you guys lost 3 in a row. And now you're going to Jacksonville. Playing Jacksonville is a good team, 6-2. You're playing them at their crib, 1:00 game, 10:00, for those players. That's not easy. Those cross-country trips, a lot of things can happen. And of course, you're playing a good team. It's not like playing a scrub team. So it's going to be interesting to see how this last part of the season really plays out for the NFC. I'll focus more on the NFC than the AFC, of course, and how it's going to play out. You've got the Cowboys, you got Philly, obviously Detroit, don't want to sleep on them. You've got San Francisco and Seattle going to kind of figure that thing out. And really the NFC East is going to play a big part of that, because the Eagles got to play Seattle. Dallas has got to play Seattle. And of course, the Eagles are going to play San Francisco. So the East, us playing them in that division, it's kind of work that out. And then really I don't want to hurt Jimmy's feelings, but the NFC South is terrible. So you almost got to look at from a seeding standpoint in the playoffs, whichever team, Dallas, Philly, more than likely one of those teams obviously one wins the division. The other one is probably going to end up being a fifth seed, which, if my memory is right, that would put them up against the winner of the South Division. So honestly, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so bad to do that. So again, I'm not worried about the records. I'm not worried. I want to see when the playoffs start how their matchups are, and then ultimately you got to beat the teams to move on. So it really shouldn't matter who they play. But the Philly, the Eagles kind of proved it last year. You set yourself up for a pretty easy run in the playoffs, I mean, you don't apologize for it. It gets you an easy chance in the Super Bowl. So things, a lot of football left, a lot of things left to play out. Uh, so just giving my thoughts, man. I'm in a hotel room waiting to see when this flight's going to be taking off, and heading to the airport in a little bit, heading down to AT&T. And like I said, going to have a lot of fun. If you guys are going to the game, make sure you hit me up on social media. If not, make sure and you're new, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, because I'll be dropping some videos there. We're going to be, mixing it up with the fans a little bit, having a good time, creating some good content for you guys. And then we'll be back and kind of recap the game, either more than likely on Monday with Jimmy D, and then everything will get back to normal. My traveling will kind of settle down, and like I said, I'll be heading down to Carolina. So any guys that are going to the Carolina game, definitely hit me up as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So just want to drop a quick video. Appreciate all the support, the subscribers. I mean, everything has kind of been skyrocketing in the last month, and it's all due to you guys, man. We just love talking football. Really love talking Cowboys and just talking it up with the fans, man. Just a fan. Love talking to other fans, mixing it up. It's a lot of fun. So make sure, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe, hit the alert, because that way you guys know every time we drop something, you guys will get notified. So I appreciate it. Hope to see you guys out in AT&T. We're going to be having a lot of fun. I'll be hanging at Texas Live, so ain't going to be too hard to find. I'll see you guys. Safe travels if you're heading in.